What's going on, everybody? It's Helmstrats, and I'm back to you guys once again with another video, and this time we're getting right back into Starcom Nexus. Now, if you hadn't seen the last Starcom Nexus, I suggest you do that now before proceeding with this one. But to summarize, we finished exploring the rest of this cluster. We did a job for the Saurians, and now we're left with a bunch of unsolved mysteries and questions, and managed to find all the benchmark systems that should point us to the Aurora's home system, but I need to convert it somehow into coordinates that I can read, because did a little digging in LIR, apparently is the Aronian, an alien system of measurement. So, and I've, looked practically everywhere and I can't find anything, but I figured why not head towards the Citadel, see if there's anything I can purchase there, that will help me do that. Also, somebody told me, a buddy of mine told me that I actually missed a planet around here, around here. So I'm going to check that out on the way over there, yeah. And after that, and when we find the home world somewhere around here, anywhere, I don't know, it could easily be here or there. Yeah, I won't know until I actually solve the thing. We might go back to this system, yeah, right here, and use the slingshot to fling us into some random directions, because I'm pretty stumped on where to go next. So yeah, that's the plan for this video, and let's see how that turns out. Okay, I figured I'd come back to Starcom Nexus because it's been a while since we did a video on this game. With the Power World craze and all. Okay, now let's hit this. Oh, I hear the probe. Yes! Oh no, I just missed it by a hair. I don't care about you idiots, I'm after a probe here. Leave me alone. Got you! 80 research points. Okay, now where to go next? Right, that wormhole. Now, I believe that buddy of mine said that the system's going to be somewhere above this one. Let's find out if they were right. Judging from the decay of various stable isotopes, these seeds have been in space for roughly 75,000 years. I must have run into something. Got free research points out of it too. There it is. Looks like they were right. Just a lot further out than I thought it would be. Scan. No anomalies. Let's do a flyby by that sun on the way to that other planet. Whoa, what was that? First time I'm seeing two probes in a single system that I can remember. There might have been another one. I'll have to keep this location in mind. No anomalies? Then why such the interest? This is very odd. Right. Oh, there's a couple more planets. I mean, another one besides this one. Gas giant. No anomalies. And what's this? Massive structure, let's investigate. This enormous station is comprised entirely of machinery. Scans show no habitable interior space. Engineering is unable to guess at its purpose, but elements of the design show similarities to our engine's warp field generators, but at a much larger scale. Wait, I've seen another one of these before. Somewhere. Can't quite recall. Anyway, let's go ahead and activate the gate here. There we go. Whoa, 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 what is that? Oh. Shit ticks. If you tried to ambush me here, you picked the wrong time to do it. Didn't last long. Now then, let's head back to the system and see if those probes haven't already come back. If not, then I'll head toward the gate and hit the fortress. Nope. Okay. I'll just have to flag this for later, because there was like 2 or even 3 of those probes around here for some reason. Nothing remarkable about the system except maybe how distant these 2 planets are. And of course that structure. Oh, now what? Okay, more titanium, that's always helpful. Nexus gateway. Set a course for the Citadel. Let's head down. Welcome to Intark Citadel. Blah, blah, blah. What unique items? Progent turret mount. Humming rod device. The Journal of Assad. These are all very pricey. Yeah, let's take the journal. We could also afford the Progent turret mount. One thing's for sure, after we buy this, we need a titanium very badly to get the other ones. Alright, the artifact has limited practical value, but uses a very interesting power source we don't completely understand, likely drawing on from 0-point energy potential, 140. This is the journal of a Saurid researcher who is trying to track down the lost homeworld of the Ararona. Oh, jackpot. It seems he had some success. An early entry found a neutronium cylinder in the question system. I believe this marker was blah blah blah. Yeah, these are the benchmark systems I've already scanned. Let's see. Purchased part of an alleged Aronian ship's log from black market trader. It describes a passing near a Progent wreck, picked clean just before reaching somewhere called Dying Cathedral. Huh. Oh, I think I know where the Progent wreck is. It's that huge debris field that fought for a while. So that's where it was, a Progent wreck. Okay. Well, we're set on all artifacts. Yeah, because we can't exactly buy anything right now. Let's return to the ship. Okay. I wonder... Yes, we can stick around here and get more titanium later. Or rather, I can come back here and mine more titanium. Take a while, but it should be worth it. But I'll likely do that off camera, so not to bore you guys. I mean, off recording, not off camera. Okay, next we're going to stop by over here, and then I'm going to try to figure out how to get to the Aronian homeworld. You know, after I do a little pit stop here and tell you guys how I did it. Wait, but first we probably should go back to Kite Station. Yeah, see if there's any research that we can need to do there. You know, in regards to the journal. Okay, there's nothing on that, so what about research? Nope, I guess I'll have to figure it out on my own. Alright. Next time I see you guys, we'll be at that other coordinates I was telling you about. Alright guys, I'm back, and it turns out that trip to that system over here was a wash. I keep forgetting that every time I get far enough away from it, it says it's unsurveyed, but when I get close to it, it says it is. So I don't know if that's a bug or whatever, or if there's something I haven't accomplished yet that changes the outcome of that. But anyway, we're on our way to the provisional capital of the Auras, because on the way here I managed to work out where it might be. And it would make sense that the actual homeworld of the bird people would be not that far from the provisional capital, because they had to come in from somewhere. So I'm just gonna end up doing that. Yeah, it's going to be somewhere around here. Maybe on the way to that white dwarf, or maybe that is it. I don't know. But we'll find out. I'll get back in touch with you guys once I do learn something. Alright guys, we're almost there. Cut off auto thrust. Do a little flyby of their star. No special research. Ooh. Intruder, identify yourself immediately or be destroyed. I am Helmstrats of Starcom. We have peaceful intentions. Over 100 hatchlings ago, our ships flew through the whirlpool. 3 hatchlings later, a single Kester returned. They brought reports of a terrible evil called the Phage and that threatened entire worlds. It could have plucked memories from those it consumed to better help it devour. Not an unreasonable fear. The path back to the nest was guarded with secrecy. No Aurora would divulge it. If you have come here, you must be Phage. We are not the Phage. We found our way here by examining the markers left by one of your survey ships. We did send survey ships long before learning of the Phage, but the Phage could have learnt that as well. If what you say is true, you should know the names we've given some of your stars. Tell us 3. Okay. Good thing I reviewed my anomaly logs before coming here. Alright, the first one I know is Golden Jester. Let's see. The second one is Dying Cathedral. Third one is Crimson Priestess. Those are the names we have given to some of your stars in our old surveys. You may proceed to the Aronia Nest World to make your case. Will do. I don't think these guys have the jump technology that the ones back home do. As the survey lander descends, a small fighter ship appears and escorts it to the landing pad on a high summit. From there, the team is escorted to a plein air perch where they are met by a distinguished-looking Auronian flanked by a dozen guards. After the team leader explains that by Starcom directive, Longtrek's commander does not go on survey missions for obvious reasons, a video comm link to the ship is set up. On behalf of the Auronian, I welcome you and your crew to the nest. I am Diplomatic Consular Suranat. What can we do for you? We request a treaty group identifier to prevent hostilities with the Aronia outside the nest. There are Aronia outside the nest? By the prismatic messenger, this is extraordinary. We have long given up any hope that any of the original scouting fleet survived. I will have treaty codes transmitted to your ship immediately. With them, you should be able to make diplomatic contact with the dispersed fleet. Alright, this jewel is actually part of a data crystal, not just any data crystal, but a Starcom data archive. I don't know don't know the Aronia could have ended up with it, but even as a fragment, it has given us tremendous amount of research data on it. It also contains an algorithm which I am analyzing. 330 points. Thank you. In recognition of the tremendous... I finished the analysis. It's another algorithm related to graph theory, but different from the previous. Whatever it is has some very advanced math behind it. Thank you. As I was saying, in the recognition of the tremendous service you have done for us, I am presenting you with a Telonor. Telonier? Don't know if that's even remotely right. A shard of a jewel that adorned the original nest creche. We thank you, Helmstrats, and your crew of Longtrek. Continue. Oh, that's nice. Hail. We'd like to trade with you. How many titanium do they have? 208. And they were willing to trade for it, which I've got 262 of that. They are exorbitantly expensive. Forget that, I'll mine the titanium. The Arconia Nest would be delighted to trade with our Starcom friends. Okay, good to know. Now let's survey the rest of these systems before we head back. Hopefully we'll find a gate. Though the way they talked, they probably don't have a gate system. Nothing there. Surprised they didn't use it for something else because there was no mining. Okay, survey this one. Ooh, interesting. Minor gravimetric distortions detected from orbit are traced to a spherical object floating a few meters above the surface of this primordial world. The team's engineers speculates that this object may be a stasis sphere, an artificial field that slows time within an area to a near standstill, creating a perfect time capsule. Based on scanner readings, he believes it may be possible to open it with a specific code transmitted as gravity waves, but as to what that code might be, he hasn't a clue. Okay, another sphere. I'll have to mark that. Alright, now for the next two systems. Well, looks like I named my ship very well when I called it the Long Trek. Because it's going to be a long way back home if there's not a gate. Aha. There is a gate. Huh. It's inactive though. Guess we'll have to pay a visit to one of these worlds to reactivate it. Oh, there's a comet. Gotcha. 300 research points. Hail. That's all for now. Send them down. Constant high-speed dust storms render visibility near zero, below 200 meters on this planet. Prior encounters with these structures allow the team to open the eye. There we go. Now that that's activated, we'll have our way back as soon as we finish surveying the rest of these planets and systems. No anomalies detected. Surprised they didn't colonize this one. Alright, last system, and then we're heading for the gates and the Aronia provisional capital to give them the good news. Along with the fact that we have a diplomatic identifier. Oh, not you. Trying to scan this planet. Surface. Oh. There we go. The rocky terrain makes the approach to the anomaly location tricky. The team lands some distance away and approaches on foot. A freighter is concealed among the rocks. Its engines are still running. A figure in a vaguely crustacean-shaped envirosuit signals to the team. When they approach it, it addresses them through a handheld translator. Got shipment top blue. For mustache, 8 adamantine. You buying or not? Zor agent, good pancakes if not. Let me think about this. Okay, I feel like did some thinking here, and I feel like someone that's apparently a traitor wouldn't make the mistake of getting a malfunctioning translator or busted translator if they survived this long trading in this part of space. So I think pointing that out will probably make him jumpy or, you know, flighty. But this might be a bad idea, but let's go for it. Have the team buy whatever the trader is selling. The trader takes the team's adamantine and loads a maglev pallet with a large metal crate from the port of the freighter. It scurries back inside. Suddenly the ship rises up and flies toward the horizon. I think I just might have gotten scammed. The crate contains many large sheets of slightly curved titanium. The engineer speculates they were a part of a large reflecting dish. Oh no, I think I know where this came from. Despite the quantity, the team is uniform in their assessment. They got ripped off. Yeah, I thought as much. And I have a sneaking suspicion I know where that titanium came from. But let's move on. But hey, we got some much needed titanium. Come on, probe, get back here. So much for that. It's probably hunting its way back to that other system we just went to. Alright, let's scan these other planets and move on to that wormhole, or warp point, excuse me. First, I'm gonna do a little flyby. Nope. Okay, good. No anomalies. Fortunately, I shouldn't encounter that traitor again, since I explored so many worlds as it is. No anomalies, okay. does this go? Holy crap, where am I going? No wonder they were able to survey these systems. Is there a system nearby? I'm not detecting anything, so... Can't be any... Ooh. Never mind. Thought I was gonna catch a probe, but apparently not right now. Here we are, back at... Just activated this gate, and now we're headed back all the way to this system and making our way to the provisional capital. Let's not run into any bird brains before, because I don't want to spoil the good news. Okay, I guess they're not coming after me. As the surveyor lander descends through the upper atmosphere, several ceremonial gliders rise and escort it down to a landing pad atop a high mountain. Once the team lands, they are informed that this gleaming city is the Aronian provisional capital, and they are guests of honor. The feast begins at dawn and lasts until sundown. As they sample the many interesting Aronian cuisines, a flying parade weaves through the golden towers. Huh. While Starcom regulations prohibit you as commander from landing, the rest of the Helmstrats crew are able to visit in turns for a much-needed shore leave. It is, for a time, all anyone aboard seems to be able to talk about. Ooh, fine feathered friends, visit Aronian provisional capital. At the culmination of festivities, a neutronian replica of the long trek is unveiled. The team engineer informs you the design is even more beautiful in person, both sublime and informative, suggesting some possible improvements to modular configuration. 25 research points. The governor informs the team that she has personally contacted Kite Station for guidance on an extra commemoration of the elimination of the Phage menace. The team is led to the Capitol Plaza. In the center stands a gleaming statue in gold with adamantium trim of a Starcom officer gazing at the horizon. Despite the minimalist style, it is obviously patterned after Dr. Pillman. Of course it is. Hail. Your ship is now broadcasting a new Aronia Treaty Group. We discovered the location of the Nest Whirlpool and petitioned the Aronian Nest. They are anxious to be reunited with you. I'd never thought I'd see this day. Words alone are insufficient to express our gratitude and regret at previous hostilities. Allow us to transfer a modest gift of resources to you. You and Longtrek will always be regarded as true friends of the Aronia. Probably should have talked to them before landing on the planet, but oh well. Alright guys, we found the Aronian homeworld, charted a few planets, found some new mysteries, and I need to make a quick trip back to the super telescope before I end up playing with the mass relay, device, accelerator, whatever. But before that, I probably should stop by Kite Station to give them the good news. So, I'll talk to you guys then at the telescope and then again at Kite Station. Alright guys, I've stopped by the giant telescope world. Let's see, I hope I'm wrong and that trader didn't steal anything from that. Okay, it doesn't appear any looters have damaged it. Got 181 research points off it, so I'm thinking that he did, but he hasn't done it again. Which is fine. Where do I go next? I know where I said I want to go, but I've been thinking that since I found this planet over here, that I might have missed some other ones. Oh, now what? Oh, thank you, probe. 210. Okay. I'm going to do some exploring for a bit, guys. So give me a moment. Aha! There's one right over there. Wonder how many other ones I'm missing. Because I didn't explore far enough. Okay, who is this? I have... Oh. Sentinel. It's just one ship. If it can take this one down... Gotcha. Luckily, it was by itself. No anomalies, but what was it doing here? Send down survey team. On approach, the team fails to spot anything that looks of interest in this endless desert. The team's engineer wonders if the anomaly might be a false positive. Shifting this blah blah blah. Investigate on foot. Huh. Some distance away from the lander, the team discovers the skeleton of an enormous aquatic serpent, roughly 50 meters from head to tip. Oddly, there is no geological evidence that this planet ever had water in abundance. That is odd. Scan this one. Launch. The anomaly detected from orbit is an unusual geological feature, a remarkably straight cut through the terrain spanning several islands in this planet's freshwater seas. The cut is very close to the planet's equator and runs perfectly east to west. The team finds several deposits of adamantium carbide nanotubes in the cut. Analysis determines they are unlikely to naturally occurring. There are no other signs of civilization. The team engineer offers one possible theory. Several hundred years ago, an advanced civilization visited this planet and harvested some of the resources from the oceans. They used a phased elevator constructed from nanotubes to transport the resources to a vessel in geostationary orbit. When the ship departed, the elevator, which was basically a nearly indestructible cable, lashed the surface, cutting a line into these islands. Huh. Maybe it's Sentinel origin. That would explain some things. Why, as to why a Sentinel ship was here at all. A wreck. Don't. Wait, no, that's not a wreck. That's... something. Neutronium, huh. Well, we know where to find some neutronium now. Wreck. Got you. Okay, 60 research. There's a lot of wreckage here. Platinums. Neutronium. Ooh. Discovery, advanced ship material. The debris, though heavily damaged, yield valuable data on the maker's ship fabrication technology. Maybe you should mine the rest of this. But first, let's scan this planet. No anomalies. Go figure. Alright, what was the next one? Okay, that's it. Alright. Don't think there's anything else here. But I'm gonna check back at that green star. I know there's a lot of enemies, but still. We'll see what else is around here that I might have missed. Alright guys, we're nearing the green star with the Chick-Tick enemy forces. Let's see how much damage I can actually do this time around. If any. Yeah, the system's crawling with them. Okay, I need to get out of here. Lost a crew member. Taking moderate hull damage. I need a better ship than this. That's for sure. Before I even think about coming back here. Alright, let's explore some more. Huh. When exploring out here a little bit, turns out there's a nebula. I mean, well, in the nebula, but apparently got research points for it. I'm trying to see if there's like a planet or system in here. I'll get back to you guys in just a second if there is. If not, then I'll proceed to the next site. Alright guys, I managed to find my way into the center of this nebula. Whew. Good thing I had saved just a little bit beforehand, because I got blown up once, and that would have made me a little pissed off if I had to start over where I'd last jumped off. Okay, we're approaching this star. Looks like there's an enemy. We're approaching a massive gravitational distortion. It appears to be located a few thousand astrals below the celestial plane. Okay, 90 research. Better not get too close to this star. Oh, sentinels. The massive object below us appears to be an artificial structure, several thousand astral units in diameter. Dyson sphere, okay, yeah. There's only one ship here, but it's one of those super ships that... see what else is in here. It's guarding that one planet very jealously. Dyson sphere is right. Another debris field. Despite the massive object lurking below the celestial plane of the system, the planetary orbit seems stable. Its field shows a greater gravitar readings, but it doesn't seem to affect the local space-time curvature. Why does it feel like I accidentally found the in-game world? Whole networking ship fragment shows a novel way of securely transmitting data between parts of the ship along the hull with zero signal leakage. Discovery access point. Ooh, adamantium monostructure. No time to chase after a probe. The surface feature on the surface here, maybe an access point. No idea what the access code is. Let's scan the planet. Sphere portal. Let's get back to the wreck. Salvage what we can off of that. Ordnance fragment. We discovered a fragment of whatever weapon struck the ship. Given the design, it seems unlikely that their enemy had very similar technology levels. Okay. Let's bring up the map real quick. Oh, I just can't figure where jump gate should be, if there even is one. Let's do one last sweep. Okay, nothing around that wreck. There's gotta be something. Maybe we should try to look around here first and then look further north. We may have to fight that sentinel. Detecting energy discharges within the nebula. Yeah. Let's go ahead and save. Return to game. Just in case we get blown up by the sentinel. Yeah, I don't see anything. At least no way to get out of here without going back the way we came. We might have to fight that sentinel and scan that planet, see if it opens an eye. Could try to do it stealthily. No. Apparently not. Nothing. Nothing to indicate that we could go here. Or leave here without going the way we came. This is gonna be a long trip. Alright guys, as soon as I get out of here, I'll get back in touch with y'all. Alright guys, I managed to get out of there. I had to go all the way to this system, then hit this gate and get over here. Whew. So now I'm gonna, explore around here. Then maybe see if there's something past the Citadel, and then head for Kite Station. And drop off everything that we learned so far. Maybe even research something, a ship class that I can use to fight this heavy Chitik presence. Wouldn't surprise me if it was their homeworld. Alright, I'm back, guys. It turns out there was nothing down here, but there sure as heck something right here. Whew. I do not mind telling you guys that this is going to take a lot of editing for the empty spaces where nothing happened. No anomalies. Big shock. Alright, let's see what's down here. Whew. From orbit, the anomaly was detected in a low, shallow crater right on the planetoid's equator. In an excavated hole, the team discovers a tetrahedral pyramid made of an unknown, perfectly polished metal. Excuse me. It is approximately 5 meters in height. Scans fail to reveal what, if anything, is inside. We'll try. Okay, nothing happened. Figures. No anomalies. Alright, next objective. We're gonna head back here and get to the Citadel and see if there's anything north of it, and then we're head back home to Kite Station. Alright, we have arrived at the Citadel, and now we are going to head northward, as long as we avoid those ordnance. Speaking of which, might want to keep it real time, just in case I encounter anything else. Those sensors should tell me if I do or not. Alright guys, we finally found a system around here. Whew. I tell you guys, I don't mind telling you that I might just end the video just for how long it has taken to find anything. Okay, nothing unusual about the star. Let's see what's on this planet. Wild goose chase. At least the geese were delicious. Majestic avian creatures fly high above this strange and wondrous world. The survey team spend a considerable amount of time chasing them before capturing a pair. They are surprised at how much they resemble the wild geese of Earth. Really? An Easter egg? Well. Alright guys, next time you see me, I'm gonna be at Kite Station. I'm seriously debating whether or not to call an end to this video. Oh, guys, we are back home. Kite Station, here we come. Let's see what our good friends have to say about our recent achievements and discoveries. I hate that. Really? How's morale? Okay, we could use more crew. Thank you. Nothing to say about making the Auroras our friends, or the Dyson Sphere we found. Yeah. Well, what about the technologies we gained? Oh, let's research this. Nothing? Huh. Well, that's more than a little disappointing. We got... Oh, I guess 297 more. Okay, we need 297 more titanium for a cruiser. Gotcha. Alright, guys, I'm gonna keep a little bit of my word here. I'm going to head on up here and use it at least once. Don't know which direction I should point it at. Let's do a shot in the dark and maybe over here. And if anyone has any suggestions of where I should point the what is it? Remote station, the mass flinger, whichever way, y'all leave a comment in the comment section below. All right. Oh, we found another wreck and a comet to boot. We'll catch the comet first. Red comet. Whew. 215 research points. And we found another wreck, so let's see if we can... Yep, advanced ship material. I'm surprised we didn't run into this... Oh, that's a mine. And another mine. Thought I blew up an unexploded ordnance. Boy, this ship had some terrible luck. Ooh, that was close. Mine internals. Part of the mine survived its detonation, allowing examine it. These mines use gravity pumps to navigate towards their target where they trigger an antimatter reaction. Ooh. Lost a crew member. Oh, come on. Right in front of me, too. Oh well. Time to head for where we were originally intending to go. Those can't be phase ships, can they? Who are these guys? Sentinels? No, phage. I got rid of these guys. That's why I don't like missiles that when your own beams hit them, they get detonated. Why are the phage back? It's not like we could visit any of their planets again and ask them. Well, I guess not all of the phage would be taken out. Well, that takes care of them. On to where we were headed. Okay, I'm just gonna make my way to the second relay and aim it toward the general direction I want to go. Alright guys, I think I've got it down and it should be ready. Let's see how this goes. I already activated driver 2 before I moved this. It should still be on. If not, I'm going to be very upset. And just in case, we'll activate it anyway. Didn't catch. Should have figured. Close though. Maybe if we can just use the second one, that'll be enough. Seems to be the faster of the two anyway. Yeah. Should have definitely just stuck with the second one. Oh well, live and learn. Aha! There is a distant star. Whew. Activated a gate, and there appears to be a habitable planet. Send down expedition. On an isolated island, the team finds a debilitated freighter. Power cables run from the ship to a small nearby hut crafted from a local flora. Trees. Visit the Lost Island, huh? Inside, a disheveled man stares at an ancient computer. Occasionally, he taps away at the console, pauses, and swears to himself. He looks at the team in startled surprise. What? How did you even get here? This part isn't done. He presses a button, the hut, and the freighter vanish, leaving no trace of their existence. What? Another Easter egg? If so, I'm not sure I get this one. Awful shame, though, the waste of this kind of planet. Well, I guess it's time to head back home. Alright, just need to pick up a crew. More crew, 3. How's morale? Alright guys, I think this is where I'll be calling an end to the video. And if you guys have a suggestion of where I should point the driver system at next and hopefully find another system or cluster, please leave your comments in the comment section below on that. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed me haphazardly going through this particular video, then please, as always, leave a like, sound the notification bell to stay up to date with my channel's content. Leave your comments, opinions on where I should point the mass driver next, thoughts and or game suggestions in the comments section below, and hit that subscribe button to support my channel and to help it grow as we continue on our YouTube journey together. Thanks. I've been Helmstrats, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care.